So, I played Diablo 4 open beta. I finished the main quest, the only main quest they allow you to take, and I must say, they got a competent game here, but this is Diablo. I'm expecting something amazing, and it didn't feel that amazing to be honest. There are good things in the game. I like the cutscenes, I like the story, and all of it are voiced. I'm currently at the end of the open beta, and I haven't done the world boss yet. Now, I guess to tell you more about the game and my experience, how about let's start at the beginning? When I opened up Diablo 4, a video played. It's the trailer for Diablo 4. This trailer is the thing that got me hyped about Diablo 4 when it was first shown. It was well done. It gave us a glimpse of the story, which is the strongest selling point of this game. Then the character creation appears. And I got to select a class. We can be a barbarian, necromancer, sorcerer, rogue, and druid. I chose necro because I like having minions. That's about it. Then after the class selection, we get to select a body type. Not gender, but body type. Now, as I'm customizing my character, I immediately noticed that it's very simple. I played so many games with character customization, and this is very basic, but I guess this is enough. Now, after checking the customization and proceeding, the game suddenly showed me an option for hardcore. And according to the description, hardcore heroes die permanently. I hesitated to be honest, but I figured I would take the game more seriously if dying in the game got actual consequences. So after that, I start the game and a cutscene played. I like this. I can't show this part to you guys just because of copyright, but it's also kind of graphic. The horse got attacked by monsters and they showed what happened after, and no, YouTube will not like that. So anyway, after the cutscene, the game actually starts. We can't move with WASD, and controls is click to move, point and click. I only have one skill and a basic attack. So I proceeded because the quest wants me to find shelter. And as I moved a bit, some monsters attacked me, and as you can see, combat is similar to Path of Exile. We click an enemy for the basic attack, and the right mouse button and 1, 2, 3, 4 for the skills. Now immediately after the combat, it kinda felt weird attacking enemies as clicking on an enemy can also make me move. Thankfully, it can be fixed in the options, but I didn't bother because after a while I got a skill, which ended up the only skill I was spamming throughout my playthrough in this game. The skill was called Bone Splinters, and it's the only thing I needed. Spam that skill and my skeletons will do the rest. It was easy playing the game because of that. Now the skill tree, or what do you even call this? Maybe the skill system. It's surprisingly very simple. I was expecting a map of the stars or something. Something complicated. But this is very simple. Pick one skill and the blood will flow to the next branch. Do the same thing and that's it. I'm fine with this, but compared to Path of Exile and other action RPGs like maybe Last Epoch, this is not great. But I guess this simplifies it. Now, going back to playing the game, when I got into the dungeon, everything was easy, even the last boss was easy. I was expecting to be on guard because it's permadeath, and I didn't have to worry about anything as everything early on is very easy. The boss did do a little bit of telegraph attack by showing this white area, and that's the indicator that he's going to attack that spot. At first, it threw me off because I was expecting a red telegraph attack, but when I realized that everything is red on the map, I figured, yeah, maybe white was a better telegraph attack color. Anyway, the boss was easy peasy, jumped a few times, and he died. So, after fighting the boss, I talked to some NPC that led me to the first town. And I was excited to get into the town because I get to see the shared world. But when I got there, hardly anyone was playing. I saw one guy though, and that's about it. Well, look at the bright side. I get to confirm that the town was shared world. There goes the MMO elements. Now, after getting into the city, this is where I started focusing on the main quest. And the story was good, and it's voiced. But some of the presentation of the story is kind of meh. Like for example, when Inarius was talking to the Prophet, which is basically two NPCs talking in front of each other, which is not impressive. Anyway, the available main story quest ended real nice and kinda showed that the endgame in Diablo 4 will have mechanics because fighting the last boss of that quest will have you have an armored NPC that activates a safe spot when the boss is about to cast a strong attack. I must admit, that got me excited for the endgame. I can kinda see a glimpse of the endgame right there. Now, after that boss fight, the main quest ended and I was just roaming around and doing side quests. This is the part where I realized that the only thing left is to grind and do the world boss, and that's about it. So overall, the combat is decent, but if you played Lost Ark is better. The combat in Diablo 4 feels clunky, but I can get used to this. It's just in terms of smoothness of combat, it's okay, but I feel like Blizzard can do better than this. The skill system is not exciting, and setting up my skills should be fun, right? And when I select something on the skill tree, I feel like hardly anything is changed. Now, the inventory management is great. I didn't feel like I was having a nightmare organizing my items, so that's good. Now, exiting out of the town though is a bit annoying because sometimes it will rubber band and keep me in place until the game allows me to move outside. That right there is kinda annoying. Blizzard needs to address that. Another thing is this supposed to be this easy early on? Because I played Diablo for 90% of the time one-handed. Yes, I was only using the mouse and spamming the bone splinter skill. The dungeons, in my opinion, is very repetitive and last way too long. It's basically the same thing over and over, so why prolong it? And before I say what I think about the game, I would like you all to understand that I played most of the Diablo games. I didn't play the first Diablo though. I played Diablo 2 and 3. I played all of the Warcraft games, all the StarCraft games. So, as you can see, to me, Blizzard games is synonymous to quality. But honestly, I need to say this. This is not worth $70. My recommendation is just play Path of Exile or Lost Ark. Those two are better. You can also try Last Epoch. And if you don't mind pay to win, on December is kinda newish. Now, I'm pretty sure if nothing changed with the overall quality of the game, Diablo 4 is gonna be mediocre. Okay guys, I'm going to hide because I can already feel the fanboys raging at me. Leave a like guys, and if you disagree, hit the dislike button, and this is Gaming Hardcore. See you in the next one.